Hello and welcome to episode 198 of This Week at Gear Report for the 22nd of February, 2024. And look at that, I got the year right. It happens sometimes. I didn't call it 2023 this time. We got an interesting show for you tonight. You know how I know? Because these guys are here. They're going to help keep us interesting. I got a couple things to talk about. It's going to be a little different format than we do sometimes because while there is still one thing in the queue to be published right now and a couple things that are getting really close, I've been tied up with some other things and did not get them published. So since we don't have any recently completed reviews to talk about, then I'm going to go ahead and promote Sylvan Arms from being our recently published review sponsor to they're just sponsoring the whole show this week. There you go. Once again, thank you, Sylvan Arms, for being there for us and being the show sponsor for this week yet again, because here we are. It's This Week at Gear Report. Recent reviews. Yep. Hadn't published any. Thanks for showing up. Reviews will be published soon. I can tell you if you give me just a second. Oh, and isn't this a coincidence? I just got something. It's a KAK Industry 8-inch barrel in 300 blackout that Caleb has reviewed. And here we go. I just got a care package from KAK, including a bolt carrier group that we see here. It looks like it's nickel boron. It's actually a chrome. And you'll see the bolt is gone because I put it in something else that I can't show you. And it makes me angry, but YouTube won't let me show you what I put it in. I'd really like to show you. But so let's see, I got the paper here. Let's talk about that. So the things that were in that package, you saw the bolt carrier group. I got a Value Line 5.56 NATO 16-inch carbine, carbine. I don't know. AR-15 barrel in the black nitride coating. I got a lower parts kit that you see in the little red baggie here. All that is a lower parts kit minus a what do they call it? The trigger guard and the pistol grip, because I got no use for an A2 pistol grip at all. Low profile gas block and a KAK compensator to go on that barrel. Those are all the parts that came in, and it's the final stuff I need to finish up a project that I have squirted out of the 3D printer. And if you want more details on this, you can go to our Rumble channel. Let me see. I'm gonna find the link for that and post that up. So if anyone wants to go check out Gear Report Firearms on Rumble, that is where you will be able to get all of the information on that project. I should be posting up some information on that here within a week or so. I was shooting videos. I was putting things together this afternoon, and we'll get back to it'll take a little while to do some testing and get that put together. You can go check it out on the Gear Report Firearms channel on Rumble because we're allowed to do cool stuff over there. The Gun Snob is there. Is this a Prius chat? Would you like it to be? We can be if you like. Maybe we'll touch on that later when if we hit a slow spot, we'll talk about why he asked if it was the Prius chat. I can tell you right now, I don't have anything specific for Guitar Mageddon. If we hit a slow spot, we want to talk about it. I'll come up with something. We got some cool things. We're going to leave Repeal the NFA up there. And Boo ATF, I mean, we'll interchange those whenever I can. But for now, I want everyone's name up there because we're going to do introductions. Hi, I'm Jeff. I'll be your tour guide this evening. And to this side, we have Komar.
Hey, I'm Komar. I do stuff. Kind of changes by the day, right? So here
Isn't
we
that
are.
the truth?
Yes.
Isn't that the
Yes.
truth? I have a question for you, by the way. Oh, dang it. All right. Kevin, you go ahead and introduce yourself while I'm grabbing something.
All right, everybody. This is Kevin with suppressorman.com. And I've been working with GSL and with Resilient Suppressors, doing dealer sales and direct sales. And I got my new
I
wall.
love Jeff's shirt.
Look at that.
I
That is
love
kinda
that
cool.
shirt, Jeff.
Yes, and it's
Well,
kind of
thank you.
it's still in
Totally
progress,
appreciate
but
it.
it's
Oh,
still
I like yours as well.
still a bit in progress. But check out this
Yeah.
wall.
Yeah,
That'll
that's
be
getting
fun.
there. That's
Yeah,
looking pretty snazzy.
yeah.
All
And
right.
this guy right over here, right, is the breakdown 1022 that I
That you won from
won
Samson,
at the
right?
Samson booth. Yeah.
That was a big win. Good job.
Right, right. Except there's no threaded barrel, so I'm gonna send out that threaded barrel shortly,
Yeah.
or send out that non-threaded barrel to get threaded,
Yeah.
because everything needs to be threaded
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
naturally.
Definitely. I agree with that. So, TJ has joined us. Welcome. You have your
TJ, what's
Salty
up?
Balls shirt on. Does that mean you just came from like a kickball game or something?
I did just get done.
That's
There you go.
amazing. All right.
I know. I got to stay active, dude. This sexiness doesn't stay this way for just sitting here around drinking beers. I have to do stuff.
No, I
Like,
hear
don't
you.
sugar
I hear you.
yourself.
That explains my rapid decline lately. So, Komar, the question that I had for you was, is this was in the packet that I got that had your patch in it.
Okay.
I didn't know who this was at the time. I had no clue what this was. But now I believe I know who it belongs to. I believe it's someone that I met at SHOT Show. Was that individual there with you when that kit got packed up?
Unlikely.
Unlikely. Okay. I just found it interesting that this sticker showed up, and I didn't know what it was. And then when I met the person and figured out that was their logo, I was like, wait a second. And that would be Corey at, what is he, 3D Arms, I think. Yeah. So anyhow, I've been wondering that. I found that recently and was like, oh, I know who that belongs to, but I didn't know how it got in that package. So, okay, let's see. Moving on. What shall we talk about now? Do you guys have any cool items that you want to talk about? If we can go back, we'll put the reviews that'll be published soon back up on the screen. Is there anything you guys want to talk about in that area?
I'm thinking that this guy here, this 1022, I might need to go through the components on that. Maybe do a review on it. That'd be awesome.
That'd be
Right?
pretty
Because it
cool.
does have that folding stock, right?
Uh-huh.
It's got their optics rail on it. It's pretty awesome.
And you said it's a takedown as well, right?
It is, yeah.
That is
Yeah.
really
Not that I
really
can do
cool.
it. Not that I can do it on screen, but
I know.
yes.
But it and since it's back a little ways, it is kind of reminiscent of an M1 carbine paratrooper, right?
Exactly. Yeah,
I really like
it's a
those.
pretty nifty thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really cool. You know what? I need to go dig through the gun room and see if I still have one of those. I had a paratrooper at one point. I think I sold it, and I have two regular M1 carbines. But anyhow, yeah, that was a flex, TJ. I saw the look on your face. What in the world? Oh, the duty code, is that coming? Did he freeze up? He froze up and he got quiet. Let me get this off the screen.
Oh, denied.
No audio.
He does not appear to be muted.
Mm.
Yeah, it says duty code. So I'm assuming that means that TJ's review of duty code is going to be ready to be published here shortly. Let me.
Looks like a yes.
Yeah, I'm back on the screen to see what is coming, and we still only have one pending. That's the KAK barrel from Caleb, our hunting editor, but apparently TJ is going to have that duty coat ready pretty soon. I'm real eager to see that because it allows you to spray at home in without having like a Cerakote oven or something like that. So it lets you get Cerakote like finishes. Is that accurate, Mr. Comar?
Oh, yeah, it's a gun coating. To say Cerakote like is, yeah, that's maybe defamatory. In theory, it's a better, stronger, more heat resistant coating. You know, that's what I'm hearing. That's what people are. That's what people are reporting.
Yeah. Okay. Good to know. Good to
I've
know.
seen some results that look like that. So
Well, I'm looking forward to reading about it, hearing about it, and then seeing if I can get a hold of some myself to coat some things. Because I got a bunch of projects in the works that could use coated. Gizzard Gary's out there with his bastardized trademark on the yo, whatever. What do we got going on here? Kevin wants to share something. Let me put that up on
And
the screen.
we only got
Oh, there
one
we
yo
go.
from Snob. We only got one
Yeah.
yo from Snob so far.
I know. He likes to hold out and see
It's a
if we deserve
tragedy.
the rest of them.
This was the photo. I posted this single photo on the social medias and
Yeah.
won this gun.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah, that's
And
amazing.
for a little bit closer image of what this thing looks like, let me see if I can open that and then share. It's a little bit of a process.
It is. Yeah.
There we go. Boom. There we go.
Oh, look at that. That is
There's
really
a little bit
cool.
closer image.
Yeah.
So
And
That is awesome.
it's off a 1022, you said, right?
Yep. It's a Ruger
So
1022 chassis.
I had forgotten how cool 1022s were. And then I think weekend before last, I got together with Jose Juan, and he was doing some 22 long rifle project stuff, which is a series he started probably 7 or 8 years ago, and he works on every now and then. And TJ is a mime tonight, apparently. That's interesting. He got a new. It was left-handed, actually, wrong-handed Ruger 1022 Custom. From their custom shop. And man, I probably, between that and his Volkortzen Summit that's got the straight pull, between those two, I probably shot 300 rounds in the hour and a half or so that we were out there shooting, aside from the Strybog 10 millimeter. So we were probably out there 3 hours. I spent half the time on the Strybog and half on his, maybe a third on the Strybog and 2/3 on his 22s. I had forgotten how much fun a 1022 can be, especially when it's cheap to shoot and you don't have to worry.
Cheap.
I have been cheap. No, thrifty. I'm thrifty. Okay, but we now know TJ's mic works again.
It's cheaper to shoot.
Can TJ pretend to be in a box, please? Says the gun snob, since he was miming before. Do like the rope thing.
Earlier,
the box.
The
rope.
Oh, look at that. The gun snob says, I'll super chat if he does a good enough job. We don't get a lot of super chats on this program. So
Oh, it's a box. He's trapped.
He is in a box.
He's trapped.
Oh my goodness. That was pretty good.
There you go.
I don't even know what a super chat is.
I've been on a box once or twice before.
Yeah. Twice. We have documented proof of twice.
Twice at least. At least.
Yeah. The gun snob says I'm cheap. Thank you for noticing. I appreciate that. Yeah. So I still prefer the word thrifty, but we can go with cheap. That's
thrifty.
fine.
Yeah, cheap is
Oh,
he's looking around through his.
I know. I had a box I wanted to show you guys.
You can show that on YouTube.
On this program, we just kind of push the limits of what we're allowed to do. I don't know what. Oh, there it is. I hid it so I wouldn't lose it. I want to show you guys something that came in from TechCom, which is a company that we found at SHOT Show. And in this little plastic, it's like a little miniature Pelican case. You open it up. Oh, and it's missing. But this is something that I remember pulling
And
TJ
there's
aside
nothing
and
there.
saying, I remember pulling TJ aside and going, man, those look so cool. I have been wanting one of these out the front
Yep. Oh, look at that.
knives
Nice.
for quite a while, and it's a kind of big, hefty one. It's not like super huge, but
I get that a lot.
yeah, they call it the sheepdog, I think, is what they call the blade on that. Let me see here. I am going to also share screen. Let me get the right screen up over there.
Oh shit.
We'll do
There he
entire
is.
screen.
He's nuking us.
Yeah.
We're going.
Oh, now I got to do
Sit.
this. No, you're fine. You're fine. I wanted to
Okay.
show you here. They call it the bulldog, and I appreciate them sending this sheep's foot, not sheepdog. This bulldog, the blade style is sheep's foot. See, that's why I brought this up, because I don't really know knives that well, so I knew I'd screw it up. Oh, the stud of utility knives. Now I understand why they sent it to me. It's all coming together.
Yeah.
But anyhow, it's a machined aluminum body and then an M390 blade. I don't know what that means, to be honest with you. It's the blade material, but do any of you guys know knife blade material well enough to know what that means? Yeah, me either.
Nope.
Yeah,
Nope. I
it's
know.
a premium grade of steel
Yeah.
per the page you've got up.
Yeah, it says it is a stainless steel that
Stainless.
holds an edge and is easy to sharpen. So I don't know. I know that there are a ton of different variety
A
of.
lot.
Whoa, wait a second! I missed something here while we were talking.
You
Gun
did miss
Snob
that.
with a massive super chat. Man,
That's
we're
the
going to be
biggest
rich
one
off
we've
of
had
this
on the
show
show.
tonight. Oh, snap, he says. Yes. Thank you. That's very much appreciated. I think TJ did every bit of $1.99 worth of miming. So
Dude, I
I
hurt my
think that's
back.
pretty good. No one wants to see my worn out box. I'm not even sure how to interpret that. But anyhow,
Just say I
back to the
agree.
knife. It's a pretty cool
Do you
knife.
think?
And
Do you think that they sent it because they felt pity and needed to have at least one stud at your house?
ouch.
Damn.
Maybe. I don't know. Could be.
That's pretty cool, though.
Yeah, and you see, it's got the clip on it, and so you can do like top of pocket carry. So what I'm going to do, I believe that it's going to work, is take the little screws out and flip it to the other side. That looks like something that you can do. So I'm going to do that so I can carry in the top left pocket by the clip. There's no reviews yet. Maybe I'll leave a review. Maybe I'll write a review. Maybe I'll film a review.
Whoa.
Oh, truth be told, I filmed something with it today that I have not yet posted. So I will get to that shortly. But
There you go.
there's a brand I was
Nice.
not familiar with before. It's, if it's not on Amazon, I may have never heard of it, right? But and they're not. So now we know about TACCOM, and I'm going to drop a link if anyone wants to go check that out. It will be in the description. But I appreciate them sending that. That was nice.
That's pretty cool.
Ooh, yeah. The gun snob was not being cheap himself, but he lost some big commission from Amazon today, apparently. That sucks, man. It's exciting when someone buys one of the expensive things. It's not so exciting when it gets returned. So there we go.
Bastard.
What else do we want to talk about? We're going to get that off the screen. Let's see. Other projects that are in the works. So I showed you guys before the program, except for TJ who wasn't here, the big thing I've been working on as a DIY project. Oh, TJ's got a new charging handle over there. What is that?
Mm-hmm.
I can't read
Break
the top
arms, the
of it.
Warhammer
Oh,
from Break.
that looks pretty snazzy.
Warhammer. Yeah, it's neat.
Do you know what you're going to put that on?
Sent me a couple of them. I think I'm gonna. They sent me two, so I put one on the Killian's AR9. I just built them, so it works pretty good. So it's got little cutouts for when you suppress it to jet the gases away from your face. So it helps out a little bit that way. So
yeah.
So this
Neat.
one, I don't know. I don't know what I'm putting this one on. This one's got the Coyote tan Cerakote on it. So I have to build a new one.
I like your commitment to just building new stuff whenever parts arrive. I think that's the only appropriate way to do it. Yeah.
Or maybe
Why not?
maybe you Duracoat that charging handle.
Or duty coat.
Duty coat? Duty coat.
Duty
That's what I
coat.
meant.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Duty coat.
remember. Marcus isn't going to be happy when he hears this, but I remember. But you know what I'm going to say, don't you? It just sounds like duty. Duty coat. That's how I remember it. It's I'm like a 12-year-old in a much older body.
You are like a 12-year-old.
Oh, yeah, or 11 or 9 or something. I got another thing here that for the camping people, this would be interesting. FlexTail, it's a 1.2 ounce pump for blowing up a sleeping pad. So that's one that's coming.
Or partner.
And also from FlexTail, we've got a stand-up paddleboard pump that's a battery-powered compressor. If you've ever tried to blow up a stand-up paddleboard with the bicycle pump type thing, like you're too tired when you get it blown up to actually use it. So having a pump is actually the way to go.
I feel you.
Oh, look
I
at
can
that!
imagine your pain.
Snob. Also a fan of the Warhammer charging handles, and apparently he's bought a bunch of them. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I had to look. I heard a ding. I was like, was that another? I was going to say, was that another?
I forgot to set my phone on silent, and Crystal's in the group chat after our 1-point loss tonight.
Oh no! I was hoping the ding meant that we got another super chat. I was excited, but alas, we did not. That's it for Q1.
Snob's he's the only guy out there with money. Come on now.
Yeah. Well, Gary was out there. Gary's rolling in it.
He's got retirement money. Come on, Gary. Step up your game.
See, the thing with Gary's got retirement money, but he's also got money coming in from Amazon and from some other things that he does. But the problem is there are tax implications of him bringing in too much money. So he really needs to be investing that money for making business investments.
We're here to help you, Gary.
Report. Oh, Kevin is being incredibly polite, putting his hand up. I don't even know what to do. No one ever does that on this program. Defense Dad sees gun people. Maybe Kevin wasn't putting his hands up. I'm not sure. Do you think he's being held up? Maybe he's being held up.
With all the guns and suppressors, I don't think he is. But if he is, that's poor planning.
Not sure what that meant. Let's see. Defense Dad. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he remember.
Yep.
That's I ain't got no money.
He gave you his last $2, Jeff.
Oh no, Kevin's laptop died. That explains the look of consternation on his face.
Yeah, he's not pleased.
Right. Oh yeah.
Snob gave you his last $2. How do you feel about that?
Well, it was $1.99, but I mean, who's counting pennies, right? And honestly, I don't know. I don't feel bad because it was his choice, right? He invested that in your miming career, and honestly, that money was as a result of you miming. So you are now a professional mime. You just got paid for miming. You are a professional mime.
Do I have to write that on my taxes now? Do I have to claim that?
Well,
son of a bitch. More income.
Well, right. I mean, when I said you got paid, what I actually meant was I got paid. But who's counting?
No, I know.
Right? Yeah,
it's like the royal we, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. All right. Oh, so many products I could talk about here. I don't know if I even care to go into them. TJ mentioned it. I got this shirt off of Amazon. I thought it was pretty
nice. I like that.
And I said, you know what? I'm going to wear this tonight. And it's got a combination of the flag and palm trees.
That's why I was like, America.
It's very patriotic.
Florida, America.
Yeah, and I was thinking maybe I'd hang on to it until I go south. Oh, you know what we need to talk about? We usually see Kevin in South Carolina in
Yes.
March,
Gathering.
right? At the gathering. And it just occurred to me recently. I was like, hey, wait a second. I haven't been paying attention. The gathering is sneaking up on us.
It
It's going to
is.
be here pretty
Week.
soon.
It's coming up pretty quick, for sure.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens with that. I might be up in Maryland for work. So
Maryland.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody in Maryland.
Yeah, a bunch of nerds.
Anti-gun people up in Maryland.
Well, there are a lot of them up there, aren't there?
Yeah.
So,
Yep,
anyhow,
we'll see.
that is towards the end of the month, like 20 something, isn't it? And that happens to be, let's see, the gathering PSA. Let me see if I can find the information on that. We'll put that over here. Let's see. There we go. Oh, am I at least 18 years old?
Oh,
well, physically,
believe you
sure.
me.
Yeah,
And then
so
some.
that is. Where's the date on this? Schedule of events, March 24th. So it starts, it's the 22nd and 23rd. They got, oh, that was last year's. It was the 24th and 25th. Friday, the 22nd, Saturday, the 23rd. I don't know why. I was thinking they used to do Sunday also.
Yeah, they did. They had like one media day and then they had 2 general public days, I think.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering, did they just get rid of it? Now they're only doing 2 days, or is the media day after? I don't know.
No,
I talked
I
to
think
Logan very briefly at their booth at SHOT Show, but we didn't. She was just like, "Hey, you guys are coming, right?" I said, "Yeah, I think so." And she said, "Okay." And that was the end of the discussion. So,
Okay.
yeah. So anyhow, that I mention it because sometimes we see other media types there. I don't know. Komar has. I don't know if he's ever gone to anything like that, but he's welcome to go as part of the Gear Report team if he wants.
I have
sign.
not yet, but I need to.
Yeah.
It's in your backyard, man. It's like 4 miles from your house.
Wow, I'll take it.
I don't think it is actually.
But maybe you've never actually been to my house.
It's in Clinton, South Carolina.
That's fine. Still never been to my house.
Okay.
Out of
So
tunnel.
it's basically it's at Komar's house. So
Yeah,
we'll see you there. It's at Komar's house. If you go by yourself and don't do any fancy media trickery, that'll cost you $40 for a day or 70 for both days. If you let me know you want to go, I'll put you on the Gear Report list. And then Palmetto pays for us to be there. I mean, they don't pay for us to be there, but they don't charge us to be there. How's that? So that's pretty neat. It's a neat event, but with the public there as well, it makes it a little hard to do what we need to. So we kind of go and hang out and shoot some cool stuff and shoot a little bit of video, and that's about it. At that
we
one,
do.
The Gun Snob is breaking out the cash again. 99 cents for a super sticker. So we had a super chat and a super sticker, which is interesting because
he's funding this show.
We were in the beta group for the stickers. Like when they came out, before anyone knew what they were, Gear Report was part of the beta for that. And I don't know that anyone ever gave us any. I probably wasn't great about telling people, like, first you have to tell them it exists, and then you have to explain what it is and why you would use it. I didn't want to deal with all that.
Like,
so
just give us money. It's fine.
Oh, yeah. Why? Because I said so. Come on.
TJ drinks like $30 worth of beer every show. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, someone's got to
needs funding.
Yeah. So anyhow, thank you, the Gun Snob. Apparently, he felt like the the $1.99 wasn't enough to compensate you for your miming skills. So we appreciate that.
I thought I was pretty good.
Yeah. Let's see.
Maybe.
So anyhow, I got to send a note to the Gear Report team and see who's going.
Yeah, you do.
Maybe we can get Caleb to show up at least for a day for that.
I'm sure. I'm
Are
going.
you going up for that, TJ?
Yeah, I'm driving.
You're driving. Okay.
Get about 30 cigars all ready to go. A couple bottles of bourbon, some beer, a cooler.
All right. So I'm gonna go back up to Gun Snob's comment. And normally I take the Humvee to that. Last year I was a little short on funds and said, you know what, I could have taken it, but diesel was really expensive at the time. I said, you know what, I'm going to take the Prius, because if the Humvee breaks down, I didn't have money to fix it. So I took the Prius. Sometimes I take the van to something like that. I listed the van for sale today. So I'm hoping I don't still have it when that comes around. My Prius, I'm hoping, will be gone by then, because I picked up a newer one a couple days ago and am negotiating on another one. So the idea is I'm like flipping the whole fleet. We're getting rid of everything and replacing it with newer. And I'm going to thank Amazon.com for that, because a lot of the work that I did with them last year has allowed me to have a little bit of money to upgrade the Prius fleet. And I am still selling the Battlewagon in an effort to cash out on the more expensive one and get a cheaper one that I can do fun stuff with and not have to worry about what if I break it because it's worth too much money. So yeah, I'm literally looking to sell every vehicle that I have and replace them all. We'll see how that goes. But so far we've purchased one upgraded Prius. We got the Prius C, which I guess is compact or city, they call it, or whatever. And I got in it and I was like, man, this feels so familiar. Because I used to have a Toyota Yaris, the little tiny commuter car. And apparently the Prius C is built off of the Yaris frame and all that. It's like the hybrid version of it. So, all right. How are we doing time-wise? We have burned 35 minutes of everyone's time this evening.
They're running the planes low tonight.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
I don't hear it. Your mic's isolating it pretty good.
I know. I heard it, though. It rumbled the house. I was like, there we go.
Yeah. All right.
Mystic, what's up? My favorite person in the whole world.
Oh, wow. Apparently not the world's greatest driver, though.
No,
I'm just saying. No, actually, I'm happy to see that Mystic is able to make rude comments on the program, because I heard that someone ran a stoplight and hit her vehicle recently, and you're laughing, and I'm like, wait till you hear the whole story. So it's a good thing that she survived that and is here to give us a hard time. So we appreciate that. You just keep ragging on us, however as long as you're still alive, go ahead. That's fine.
Yeah.
We'll take it. I don't know if you deserve an upgrade for being hit, but that's between you and your sugar daddy. That really doesn't have anything to do with me.
He's $299 or $298 poorer now. So
yeah. What do you do?
Wasn't my fault. That's what she said.
Yeah. Well, that's what I heard, and I wasn't there. I don't know, but I heard that. I thought what I heard is that someone else ran a light and kind of T-boned her or something, which is really, really shitty. But sometimes people do that. All right, looks like Komar is checking out, and he let us know in the chat that he's having some sort of, we'll call it an audio issue, right? So thanks for being here. Appreciate you.
I'll be good.
AT&T stuff.
Yeah, let us know if you want to do if you want to do the gathering. He said he was going to follow along on YouTube, so I'll have to check in with send the note out to the team here in a couple days and see who wants to go to the gathering.
Cool. See ya.
All right. Snob was waiting for
go.
life insurance. Well, I don't want to sound rude or anything, but if he gets a big life insurance payout, maybe we won't have to settle for the 99-cent super sticker.
We'll get some
get
some good super stickers. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, we'll miss you. But
got hit by someone who didn't have insurance.
Of course.
And I'm assuming also didn't have net worth sufficient that you can get money from them. Wow.
That's what's funny is so we got the I get the truck, and I said I want uninsured motorist on it, and they're like, "Really?" I'm like, "Yeah." We'll have to send you everything else I can do online. We'll have to send you some papers. You have to sign them and send them back to us. I was like, so I have to do all this work to get uninsured motorists, but everything else you're fine with. And I was like, oh, okay.
They want to dissuade you from that one.
They want to make it as hard as possible for you to get uninsured motorists. I'm like, no, I'm getting it, dude. Half the people in Florida don't have insurance. It's ridiculous.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yep. So speaking of Florida and this shirt, I got a note today that a friend of mine, I believe is in Jacksonville, pretty sure that's where he is wanting to buy one of my portable castles, which, we hadn't talked about that in a long time because I don't have many left, to be honest. There's not much left to talk about, but there are still a few of the portable castles out there. The
that was a good day right
HDT Base X tents, and you use it as a garage. He wants to use it as like the adults kind of command post tent for scout trips, because he's a scoutmaster, an adult leader for a scout trip. And I was like, hey, yeah, let's work out a deal. But I was thinking, maybe I deliver it and then go down and hang out with TJ. We do the show like in our Florida party shirts. It's like, yeah, I don't know if I can pull that off, but it'd probably be better to just ship it or have him come pick it up. But just because I'm busy, but pointless to sewer. Yeah. Well, I'm a big fan of not being a quitter too. Like, at least try. And if she has anything, then you can take it. If she doesn't, then, at least you put the effort in. Maybe you can get a garnish wages situation set up. I don't know. I'm a big fan of not just letting people take a dump on you.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Unless you're into that. I don't want to be.
Some people are, I've heard.
Yeah. I don't want to come across as judgy or anything. All right, what do we got here? I think that we've exhausted the things that I wanted to talk about. I had a couple other things that maybe I could touch on, but I'm thinking.
You're thinking the shirt says it all.
I show these things real quick. That here's something, a water activated strobe. I am not doing as much with the Sea Scouts as I used to, but this is something that when we go out on, we got a couple big boats we go out on the ocean, and 40-something catamaran sailboat type.
Yeah, they're
thing.
required to have those now.
This could be something good to have, should you find yourself in the water, a little strobe to help people find you. That's something that came in to take a look at recently. And from Monstrum. So Monstrum is one of these brands that, years ago, they didn't have a great reputation, right? I got this, it's
look at that
optic mount, but it's got a little 45 on the side that you can put like a Vortex Venom or something on. I've got some of those little red dot type optics and it's a fixed 45. Like it looks like you can move it or you can remove it, but you can't change the angle on it. So that's something that I mean, honestly, as I'm looking at it, it could be slightly more heavy duty, but it looks pretty good. And I'm kind of coming to the conclusion, because I said something when the Clover Tech program took a sponsorship from Monstrum 6 or 8 months ago, I was like, Clover, what are you doing? Like, you sure you want your brand to be associated with that brand? And he said, hey, I've tried a bunch of them and I hadn't had any issues. So it kind of made me reconsider. And from what I've seen, they seem to have improved their quality. And I won't have any issue running this when I need a 30 millimeter scope mount, which I don't at the moment. But, at some point I will. I'm not going to hesitate to use it. Looks like it's a pretty solid product. So good on Monstrum for picking up their quality a little bit. Yep, gun snobs. Thinking about suing the lady just on principle. Yeah, I would.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Definitely.
Kevin, you got anything else you want to talk about?
I don't think so.
Who made your gun mounts back on the wall? You told me before.
So this wall, I'm working on finishing and getting up and built. I just wanted to get kind of the format of how I'm gonna put it together. These panels, like this black and gray, these panels are matte finish, and they're made by Gear-Report.com in Georgia, actually, in Tucker, Georgia, over by outside of Atlanta. And they have like the mounts included with them. They're solid as can be, ruggedized, and I'm stoked to get that up and operational. It'll be good.
Nice. All right. Wonder if I can get that up. Gunpegboard.com.
Yep.
Oh, there we go.
Gunpegboard.com.
They got cool stuff.
Yeah, and you see those little U channels, those little mounts. That's pretty cool.
Nice. So, and they have a lighter colored one.
Yeah, and they've got some customized ones too, right? You see that "Don't Tread on Me" one. They've got like U.S. flag ones and all kinds of really cool stuff.
I think so this is going to be a suggestion for you if you write these up or do a video or anything. Maybe tell people, if you're doing it as a background for like YouTube type stuff, maybe get them a lighter color so that the black guns on a black board is a little harder to see. If you had the lighter color, you'd have a little better contrast, so you can see the guns a little better.
That's true.
Don't tread on me.
I'm going to need some better lighting in here too.
Yeah.
I'll have to change up the lighting slightly.
Yeah.
I'm in the same boat.
And it's good that you can get LED lights that can change colors super cheap. Like the one behind me, I'm actually running two lights back here. One's red and one's blue. So you get the kind of blue on one side, red on the other, and they kind of turn a little purple in the middle. But together it's probably $60 or $70 for both of those lights. And you can get lights a whole lot cheaper as well. So yeah, pretty cool. All right. So made in Georgia, looks pretty cool, in Tucker, Georgia. Neat. All right.
Yeah. Yeah. They've been in business like 20 or 30 years. Right.
Wow.
So it's not a new company. But they've got kits and all kinds of really cool stuff.
Nice.
They've been around. I've seen them at SHOT Show several years. Several years.
Yep. Oh, goodness. I suppose that's all I've got.
Okay. Well, thanks everyone for being here. We really appreciate you. Thanks for all the folks on the panel for showing up for this chat, for all the people out there in the chat, the people not on the panel. We appreciate you. Yeah, I'm going to say it even more. I mean, I care about the people here, but we wouldn't have a program if people weren't there. Fun fact. I almost died carrying gun pegboard's whole display out of the Venetian at last shot I drove to, and then they sent it home with me. Wow, look at that. That's awesome.
There you go. Nice.
That's a clover
And
move.
it is a clover move. That's the opportunity if you're close enough to drive to SHOT Show. Is a lot of brands don't want to take their stuff home, and if you're willing to haul it out and they don't have to pay someone to pack it up and ship it somewhere, that's a win for everyone. So yeah, good on that.
Oh, look at that! Right at
Coach
the end,
Tactical heard
Who's
us
that
shutting
guy?
down the program and decided he would pop in just to mumble something at us. So thank you, Ghost, for showing up. We do appreciate you. And all of your what do they call it? Making an entrance, rolling in.
Dude.
At the time that we get you the absolute most attention. So good on you. That was very well timed. All right. With that, we're going to shut it down, and we'll see you next week. We're here every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern. If you made it this long and you didn't give us a like, you're not subscribed, you hadn't done any of that stuff.
What the hell's wrong with you?
What the hell's wrong with you? Exactly. Man, just do it. Okay. What is that? Sorry, I was recording a podcast. One of the hardest working men on YouTube right there. Always recording something, which probably means he was wearing pastel shades of 80s colored something or another. But you know what? No judgment there as far as you know. Until next time, we'll see you at the range.